All right, everyone. Nick Nitro Elliott, Region 6 Tournament Director. And as I stated in some of the emails, we're going to do things a little bit different. So I want to look to use this as a way to put the information out to you. You'll be getting an email link to the video. But that being said, our first tournament coming up is going to be January 29th at Lower Otay. Show up time for that's going to be 5:45 in the morning. The gates are expected to be open at 6:15. When they give us the blessing that we can blast off, we'll go ahead and do so. If you're wondering why, or I'll go back to the 5:45 show up time, there's no penalty for being late. I know that's a change from last year, but it's a safety thing. We don't want anyone sleeping on the side of the road, nor do we want someone driving 100 miles an hour to try to make this time requirement. So 5:45, we're going to start with the live well checks. Once you're completed with that, you'll get a ribbon and you can tie that onto the front of your boat, preferably the trolling motor, so it's easy to see who's in a tournament and who's not. With that, we're also going to have you signed a waiver form, and once you sign that, dated, I will go ahead and date the rest of the tournaments on there. That way you only have to sign the sheet of paper once, but it's going to be binding for the whole Region 6 season. With the blast off, the last boat out is going to be the one to call the numbers off. So whoever gets that last boat out number, you'll have to handle it, and you just call the numbers out, and we go from there. With that, those that are new to this or didn't fish last year, Bob Hagee and myself will be fishing together, and we are going to be either number 2, 3, or 4 for blast off. Why is that? Bob and I will come off the water earlier, around 30 minutes prior to weigh-in, so we can set up everything, so to streamline the process when you get off the water. So that's why that is, and that's what it's going to be for the next for the 4 tournaments this season. With the weigh-ins, we're going to do a drive-through weigh-in. The bags will be placed on the side of the road in a bin. I know that it's been said that they're hard to see, but there are some on the side, so just look for a bin. And also, you can use your own live well or your own weigh-in bags, preferably. Make sure you have everything good to go as before you pull up. So when you get your boat out of the water, that's the time to start putting your fish in the bags or whatever needs to happen. But what we don't want is you to show up and then now both anglers are in there trying to put fish in bags, and it just slows the process down. As for off limits, the 2 days prior to the tournament, which would be Friday and Saturday, are official practices. Yes, I know Otay is closed on Friday, so that means if you're going to fish the January 28th, it's an official practice, which means you have to have the live well, your live vest on, with the big motor engaged, and you get on plane. So just remember to have that on, and the safety lantern needs to be connected for those driving the boat. No fishing within 100 feet of the 2 docks on either side of the launch ramp, meaning do not throw your lure towards those docks. You can fish outside 100 feet and anywhere outside that, but do not cast towards there and do not be within 100 feet fishing. Weigh-in time, I'm going to have multiple weigh-in times. Not going to say it's going to be 5 or anything. It just depends on how many anglers we have signed up. Right now I'm looking at, we're going to have about 23 boats, so I'll probably divide it up into 3 different flights, but I'll figure that out over the weekend. First weigh-in will be at 3 p.m. though, and we blast off as soon as we're able to. The lake blesses us and allows us to go, and we'll blast off and as fast as we get in the water. So that'll be up to the anglers to expedite that process. Now, moving forward, the A rig. So what I did, I know everyone likes to throw the chandelier, as I like to call it. That's fine. We're actually changing things up, or I would say being in accordance with the California Bass Federation. What I mean by that is for this season and moving forward, if you're going to throw the Alabama rig, the shredder rig, whatever you want to call it, the max wires you can have are 5. Not 6, not 7, only 5 wires. On those 5 wires, you can have 5 blades, 5 flashers, 5 blades. So each wire can have a blade on there. Also, those 5 wires with 5 blades can have 5 baits. But of those 5 baits, only 3 of them can have hooks on there. Do not put 6 or try to figure out some way to loophole this. It's 5, 5, 5, 3. Simple. 3 hooks, 5 baits, and 5 flashers on 5 wires. That's it. Nothing more. You can have tons less, nothing more. And that's for when we're fishing here in California. Now for the minimum, we're looking for 13-inch mouth open swing tail. Basically, if you can get it to go, I think we can get it to go during the official weigh-in, and it'll be good. If it doesn't, of course you'll get a short fish penalty, and also there'll be dead fish penalties. So please take care of your fish. If you're going to be fishing in deep water, fizz your fish. If you don't know how to fizz your fish, me personally, you probably shouldn't be fishing in deep water, but take care of your fish, and that's all I can say about that. If there's any questions that come up with emails as we continue, feel free to go ahead and hit me up. Also, those that are still looking to make payments, Venmo is the fastest way. Text me. I can shoot you the link to my Venmo, and like I said, get you signed up pretty quickly. So right now, like I said, I think about 23 boats. We were evenly split between pros and cos, but right now it looks like we're probably going to be pro dominant as usual, but we'll see what happens. Still got a few more days. So until next time, tight lines.